Hey, my name is Mia Paris. I am originally from Dayton, Ohio. I know you see I have an Atlanta Braves hat on, but I have been living in Atlanta since 2016. But I am very much an Ohio girly in my heart, a Midwest girly, and I always will be. I really enjoy being raised in the Midwest. I feel like it has helped me to be a well rounded individual and very down to earth. At least I'd say that about myself. I really enjoyed my childhood. I had a great childhood. I had, you know, tragedy and different things and, rough things, I guess you could say, just like almost every other person has. But I would say that when I think of my childhood, I do think of happiness. I do think of my family. I have a very, very big family, lots of cousins. I'm a lot closer with my mother's side of my family than my father's side, but I do have love for both sides. And I appreciate the fact that I am from such a large family, very loud, very crazy, very much chaotic, but I appreciate every bit of it because my family is the literal only reason why I go back to Dayton is to see them, and I enjoy every second of it. I was literally just in Dayton a couple days ago to visit for my grandma's 85th birthday. So I really love Ohio. I don't want to live there or move back there, but I appreciate it. I had a wonderful childhood, like I said. Thank you for saying that he is a legend. I appreciate that. It was my normal. So I really couldn't say that it I knew it was different, but I lost him when I was 9 years old. He passed away when I was nine. But at the time, that was just all that I knew, that I had a famous father. It was just normal to me. I did notice when we would go out and about that he would constantly be stopped, and he was always super, super nice to everyone. That is one of my fondest memories of my dad. He made people feel like they were so important. It didn't matter who you were, and he always made you think he remembered you even when he didn't. And that is one of my best memories, is when some man came up to him, and the way my dad interacted with this man, I thought that he knew him. So when he walks away, I said, "Dad, who is that?" He said, "I don't know." But he legit made this man think that he remembered him, because the man was like, "I know you from da 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 da, remember da da da." And my dad's like, "Yeah, yeah, for sure." And he made this man feel so special. He treated everyone with love and respect. He made everyone feel special, and he made everyone laugh. And that's the best memories that I have of my dad. He was very, very humble, personable person. He was just, I feel like the best way to describe my dad was that he was an angel on earth. I always thought it was cool. He would show me, like, I got to try it when I was a kid, and I don't remember how it sounded, but just the talent, the sheer talent that he had using it. No one sounds like him. No one sounds as good as him, in my opinion. And he pioneered a way for so many different artists, and auto tune became such a big thing. But before that, it was my dad who was really the one that made it so well known throughout like all of the music industry. So I do feel like that is very impressive. And a lot of artists give their props to him that have used his style of music. So I think it's amazing. I think that, like you said, he's a legend. Probably I Want to Be Your Man is very cliche, but that's my favorite song. I like how it's written. And then also, I really like More Bounce to the Ounce and I Can Make You Dance. The way the music changes, the production on that, my dad produced a lot of his music as well. I think it's fire. Losing my father was obviously awful, horrific. I think anyone who has ever lost a parent will say that it's like something that you never can prepare yourself for. It changes you. It's just all around like horrible. And then with me, my dad was famous, so his music was on the radio every single day, and then he's on TV and all of these things. So my business was everyone else's business. It wasn't like I could cope with that. So that became hard all around just because I just didn't know how to cope with it. Plus, I was 9 years old. It was 2 weeks before my 10th birthday that he passed. So it's just like, how do you cope with that? So thanks to therapy, thanks to my relationship with Jesus, and thanks to my mother and my family, my mother did above and beyond what she needed to do for me. And then on top of that, as I got older, I started to realize, like, dang, she really did what she needed to do and made sure she was there for me, even though she was going through her own tragedy. So I will always be grateful and thankful to her. We are super close, like I said before. I don't know if I did say that or not, but it was awful. I mean, anyone who's lost a parent, you know, if you know, you know, it's terrible. I don't know who my dad was friends with as far as celebrities go. My mom did tell me several stories about certain people, but like I was so young again, like I said, when he passed away, that I don't know who was his friend or who wasn't because I was just a child. Um, but I do follow Teddy Riley and he follows me on Instagram. But I also do know his daughter because his daughter is best friends with my cousin through marriage. So that could also be a reason. I'm not really sure. But what I will say is a lot of people have reached out to me over the years since social media has been a thing, just random people, whoever, it doesn't have to be a celebrity, just people in general that I do not know and I've never met will say, like, your dad is an inspiration to me. I loved his music. Just saying a lot of wonderful things. So that's been really, really cool. And I haven't talked to these people, but like Charlie Wilson has constantly said nice things about my dad. Snoop Dogg, T-Pain. I met T-Pain before and I told him like who my dad was. And I was like, thank you so much for giving him his flowers because he has a million times over. So that is cool when I hear just random celebrities just pay so much like homage to my dad. I really love to hear those things. When I was a little girl, I did have this secret longing to be a singer. I would sit in my living room and listen to Mariah Carey and sing into my little karaoke machine, but I just never had the guts to do it. But I do enjoy singing. I just like to sing by myself. But I do have an ear for music. I really love to hear vocalists. Like I said, Mariah Carey was my favorite artist and still is. I really appreciate singing voices. I really love to hear it. I feel like I do have an ear for music. I just never really did anything with it. This summer, I have been frolicking. That's how I like to explain it. Like, I have been having the time of my life because I've had so much free time. In July, I literally went on 4 trips. I went to 4 different places in July, and I didn't necessarily plan it that way. It just kind of worked out that way, which is the grace that God has given me in this season to be able to just do, like, just go wherever the wind blows me. So I went to New York, Boston, Daytona, and then I went to Portugal by myself. That was the first time I went. Well, I did go to DR by myself for 2 days, but my friend was there with me for the first half of it. But this going to Portugal in July at the end of the month, that was my first time on a solo trip by myself for that many days, that far away. So honestly, God has graced me with this time. I was working in HR. That's what I've been doing since 2015. But with all the craziness with the government, I have not done that since April. So I've had free time to just do me and just see what God is doing in my life, and wherever, like I said, the wind blows me, that's where I've been going. I do have a brand. It is called Jesus Apparel. The website is welovejesusapparel.com and the Instagram is We Love Jesus Apparel. So it's a faith-based clothing line. It's like streetwear, but there's things on there for men and women, and it's just a way to represent your faith and to live out loud for Jesus. So you can check out the website now, welovejesusapparel.com. There's new merchandise on there as we speak. My top 5 artists, that is so hard for me because honestly, I do change who I listen to. I don't know. Okay, I'll just give you, so my top two, and they'll always be top two. I don't care if I'm 80 years old, is Mariah Carey and Aaliyah. Those people have been, since I've been a little girl, I've been fans of those two. And I was just like so torn up when Aaliyah passed away. I would say this is new for me. Well, not new, within the last few years. Mariah the Scientist. Janae Aiko, I've been a fan of her for a very long time. And then I guess I could say JoJo. Now I know that's gonna like throw y'all for a loop. I'm an R&B girly, so I like R&B all day long. That's all I listen to, for real, and gospel. JoJo, yes, the white girl JoJo from back in the day. She still releases music. I've seen her in concert this year, and she's phenomenal. So it's hard for me to pick top five. That's my top two, and will always be my top two: Aaliyah and Mariah, the Mariah Carey, and then Mariah Scientist, Janae Aiko, and JoJo. I feel like I'm gonna regret saying what I just said because it's gonna change, and I'm gonna think of someone I forgot. But I'm comfortable with that right now. You should expect the unexpected because I am surrendered to the will of the Father. I do not know what He's going to tell me to do. I'm constantly asking Him what He wants from me, where He wants me to go, what He wants me to do. So I just want to be obedient, and that's it. So I am very notorious for just popping out and doing stuff, and literally nobody has no idea what I'm doing. So, and I'm not even trying to be secretive. It's just I'm trying to be obedient to what God is telling me to do. So again, yes, I do have a brand. That is something that is going to be there until God tells me to stop doing it. So again, we love JesusApparel.com. We love Jesus Apparel on Instagram. And then also I do have a TikTok following, a social media following, and that is something that has just kind of unexpectedly became a thing. So you can keep up with me and my life and all the ins and outs and the craziness and the funniness and all the stuff on TikTok. It is Mia Pia. It's the same on Instagram as well. MIAAPIAAH. So yeah, I wish if I could tell you what I'm doing in 6 months, I'd love to tell you, but I literally have no idea. One thing I do not like to, I don't ever want to go into a year from now and I'm literally in the same space, stagnant, not moving forward, not growing. That is a no for me. A no for me, 1000%. What I would leave you with, of course, I'm going to say, if you know me, you know. If you don't, you don't. Follow Jesus. Follow Jesus. He is your Lord. He is your Savior. He will never leave you astray. Surrendering my life to Jesus in 2022 was the best thing I've ever done, ever. My life is not perfect, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I will follow Jesus to the end of my life, and that's on period, okay? And the other thing that I would say is do not follow the crowd. Do not do what everybody else is doing. March to the beat of your own drum. There are going to be, when you change your life for the better, you decide to follow Jesus, you decide to get healthy, you decide to do something that is bettering yourself and bettering the, community around you, there will be people who are going to want you to stay lost. They're going to want you to stay stagnant. Leave them. Because I guarantee you they will change their tune. They will say, boo, tomato, tomato. And then when you come back around and you look better and you're glowing, you have this Jesus glow and you it's something about you now, something about you now. They will change their tune and they will praise you again. They will hate you. They will love you when you follow them, when you're lost. They will hate you when you leave them, and they will love you again when they see that you are prospering because you did what you were supposed to do and you went against the grain. Sometimes you have to leave the old life behind to find a better one. So that's the positive thing I had to say. It's not necessarily the typical positive thing. It is going to be the hard thing, but it is the necessary thing. So thank you so much for hearing what I have to say. I really appreciate it because who am I? I appreciate it so much. Thank you.